Today's video is brought to you by Grey Viking Games. Click the link in the description below to buy MTG Arena codes for cosmetics, packs, and more. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are diving into some Lantern Ramp today. So, Turgid's Lantern, this is a card that we have seen a lot of play already, and I've done quite a few decks around it, but there's still more fun things to do. There's still more broken stuff to do. And I feel like when certain cards come out, there's just like so many ideas that we can go for that. I try to space them out enough so that you guys are getting other content besides just like 15 Lantern decks. But there's another thing that we need to do with Lantern, and so we're doing that today. So we are doing some ramp. So the basic idea here is Turgid's Lantern is an awesome card, and Turgid got a Fright, has awesome cool stuff. So 5 mana 4/5 with Menace. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That's really cool stuff. That's sweet. That's good things. Turgid's Lantern side of it is also really good, and sometimes you can think only about the Turgid side, but really Turgid's Lantern is busted as well. So it has the Torment of Hellfire effect, if people are familiar with that. You can tap it, and target player chooses to lose 3 life unless or else sacrifice an online permanent or discard a card. So they have those 3 options whenever we tap this. We can also pay 4 mana to untap Turgid's Lantern. Well, the thing we've seen with Torment of Hellfire is if you get it to trigger off like 20 times, people just die to it. Like they end up not having online permanents, not having cards to discard, and not having life enough to keep paying for it. And so basically the idea of this deck is that we have NYXBLOOM Ancient, which says if you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times as much of that mana instead. So if we tap a swamp for mana, it'll add 3 mana instead. And so if we have enough lands, to get up to 7 mana in the first place, then we should have quite a few manas on the. We basically hope to untap with a Lantern and a NYXBLOOM Ancient, and that should just be game with the amount of mana that we have, the amount of abilities that we have to ramp up in this deck anyway, that we should be able to just get up to enough mana to trigger off Turgid's Lantern enough times to win the game. So the rest of the deck is built around making that happen. I initially thought of this deck because someone actually told me to play Turgid with Demon of Loathing, so I did have to throw in 1 copy of Demon of Loathing. It also is a good card to ramp into. It says whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. It kind of works with the sacrificing with Turgid, everything like that. The issue with this card, and I'm just going to address this real quick, is I don't like Demon of Loathing as much with Turgid, just simply because if you're getting up to 7 mana and you actually have the ability to untap and swing in with a 7/7 flying trample that's going to sacrifice stuff, you basically already won the game. Like you're already doing good stuff. Like there's so many ways to make Turgid better with cheap cards than it is to do it with something really expensive. So, but NYXBLOOM Ancient I think fits into that realm of this is an expensive thing that breaks it so much that it's worth trying. But we need to make sure that we can get up to 7 mana way quicker than on turn 7 if we can. And so we have a few ways to do that. So Lotus Cobra also works. It doesn't work as well with NYXBLOOM Ancient itself because if you tap a permanent, it says you have to tap a permanent for mana. It's actually produced 3 colors mana, but we've seen Lotus Cobra just add lots of mana in general. We do actually have quite a few tapped lands in this deck to try to make sure that we have the colors that we need. And just because we're okay playing a little bit slower in the early game to make sure that we get up to some other cards that I want to make sure I'm scrying into, or things that we can hit with Binding of Gods to bring out and have extra colors. Lotus Cobra works really well with Binding of Gods and Cultivate though, so I'm hoping those kind of balance each other out where we are going and grabbing lands, throwing onto the battlefield, and so we should have these times when we just have so much ramp that it's just busted. So Lotus Cobra lets us do that. Tinglefloor Agent comes in as the other option, giving us our extra 2 lands that we need to get up to 26 lands in the deck. With how many Cultivates we have, Binding of Gods, like ways to go search for lands, I didn't feel like I needed more than 24 necessarily. We did want more, but 26 I think will be okay. I could definitely see this deck going up to like 27, 28 though, and probably taking out Demon of Loathing for that. Again, I'm trying to play certain cards because it was what was requested of me, and I want to try to have a little bit more fun with this. All right, so in the early game we have Duress. Duress works great with the Turgid side of this, and also just gets rid of some cards that we definitely need out of people's hands to make sure they Maul the Skyclaves, Embercleave, ultimatums, other ramp spells against like other decks, or just like other things that we need to take care of. Duress actually hits a lot of things that do close out games faster, and if we can slow them down a little bit with that, with a little bit of disruption, it's great. Elsa's Nightmare for a little bit of good removal. Also another discard card for us to make sure that we can work with Turgid. It does choose a non-creature, non-land card from their hand, so not always going to be permanents for us, but we also get some destruction out of it. Exiling graveyards, good stuff. Soul Shatter, probably our best removal for the creature side of Turgid. And basically with this deck, we want to try to get the Lantern first. But if we have extra copies of Turgid, which we have 4 copies of a legendary card, then we should go ahead and throw out the Turgid side as well. And sometimes we just have a hand that will work better with Turgid, so we might risk it for the brisket. Cultivate, Binding Old Gods helps us ramp up, lets us destroy more creatures as well. Like Binding Old Gods is just perfect for this deck. It's just so good. Cultivate to help make sure that we're hitting our stuff. We have 7 basic lands with 4 Fabled Passage, 1 Field of Ruin, and 4 Cultivates. That might be too many tutors for basic lands, but I think it's enough that we're going to at least get up to like 10 lands before we're going to have issues with it. Hopefully, typically. Extinction Event, 4 mana, choose odd or even, exile each creature with mana cost of the chosen value. It's just, yeah, just good removal for us. We need Extinction Events. Shadow's Verdict has a one of, just to make sure we actually do have a board wipe. Extinction Event doesn't always just wipe the boards, where this can get tokens maybe a little bit better sometimes than this can, if we needing to get more than just tokens. And yeah, that's basically the deck. So this is it. Let's go and jump into the gameplay. I do think that we might want more copies of like Extinction. You know, let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna go down 1 Elspeth's Nightmare, one Extinction Event. Yeah, we're gonna do that real quick, just because I do think this is a card that we're gonna need to have against some decks, and so hopefully we can find it. We do have enough removal that I think that we could be okay, but yeah, no. All right, so let's go and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Hand in has. Let's keep this hand. This is pretty good stuff. Mostly because of Lotus Cobra. I would like more ramp, but we have 3 lands. So we have a ramp spell. We have a board wipe we can get up to, and Duress to at least disrupt a little bit, and hopefully we'll draw better stuff. So yay. We do have quite a few tap lands in this deck as well, and so getting a Lotus Cobra does help kind of clear things up a little bit. Okay, I'm only getting quite a few times, or maybe not that many. Fervent Champion. Uh-oh. Lotus Cobra might not stay alive very long. Let's see. We get to, if it does stay alive, we get to Duress and Soul Shatter, and then set up for Shadow's Verdict. No blocks. Rock Knight, and another one. Frostbite. Down to 16. Let's go ahead and Duress, since it's, you know, the only thing we can do. Oh, yes. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We have lots of board wipes. Can we find one of the lands that make it, you know, work? All right, let's go ahead and grab a black source. Temple of Malady. Okay, that actually does give us a shot. Land number 5, yes, keep that. All right, I think we're in much better shape now. Past the turn. So I think I'm actually wanting to Soul Shatter the Rimrock Knight. So even if they play out like, okay, they're playing out Torbrand. All right, now we wait for Torbrand to resolve. Soul Shatter, kill Torbrand. We get the land for Shadow's Verdict. Life is good. We're taking a lot, down to 10. Then we're hoping Extinction Event does it for us. Yeah, let's just do this. Extinction Event doesn't kill both these guys. I guess I could have just gotten rid of one, but I want the ability to kill another Torbrand just in case. Fireblade Charger. Bone Crusher Giant. Not the Bone Crusher Giant. Interesting. Another Extinction Event. Sure. In case they run into Torbrand, we have to get rid of these guys. Otherwise, we're way too low. So even, oh, sorry, odd. I know what words mean. I got this. I know what's going down. So yeah, stomps her face down to 8, plays it out. Anything else? Any other 1-drop? Not yet. Not yet. We only have so many extinction events, but we have to stop. We have to stop 4 points of damage here for sure. So odd again. Land gives us Demon of Loathing. Any other card is probably good. Hopefully. Stomps again. Do they have a land for the Bone Crusher now? Okay. Land for Demon of Loathing, please. Or that. So we can draw with Castle Lochthwain. I think I need to do it now. Because I want to hit a land. Technically, we're taking 2 points of damage that we don't have to take. So now if they have removal for Lotus Cobra, we're dead. Alright, so we do jump. Soul Shatter kills Bone Crusher Giant. We take 1 down to 3. We can I think we have the Demon of Loathing now. A Demon of Loathing. Pass the turn. Down to 4 though. We don't really have a way to gain life in this deck. That probably would be nice to have. Maybe running like some Radiant Fountains or something like that. I don't know. That's with how many colors we need of everything. We don't do that. All right, Cultivate. So we know that they're going to have... Played that wrong. I could have Castle Lochthwain. Well, no, yeah. So I can Soul Shatter, make sure Bone Crusher Giant dies. I can start hitting in for 7. We just have to hope they don't have something good, right? I don't think that there's any other way. So Soul Shatter, we're going to swing in. We go down to 3. They could have hasty stuff, but we have to start putting pressure on. This gives us a 2-turn clock. If we just wait around, they're going to find other direct damage stuff. Like, okay, Faceless Haven does not untap this turn. Yeah, you can activate it, but it does have Summoning Sickness. Okay. We have to draw here now. Or hold it back for blocks. Oh, can we take 1? Soul Shatter off the top. All right, that lets us... We can draw and then fire it off. As long as they don't play out like a 1-drop or something else before, then Soul Shatter does keep us alive. So this might be a little bit too greedy. This is definitely too greedy. Let's see if they think it through. They have the Faceless Haven. There's Goldspan Dragon. They tap down. Yes. Okay. Tap down Faceless Haven. Goldspan Dragon dead. We get the game with Demon of Loathing. Yes. And I was poo-pooing on Demon of Loathing too. All right, and then we have the Reel the Ruin to kill the Faceless Haven. Yes. All right, that was good. That was good stuff. All right, this is a pretty good hand. We'll keep this. As long as Florahedron survives. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep land as well. That means even if Tangle Florahedron dies, we get Cultivate on turn 3. So play out Florahedron, pass the turn. Up against another Yorion deck. Elspeth's Nightmare for discard can be nice. Might be holding up Negate here. We've also seen Disruption already from the last guy, or from another one we were playing up against. Never sure what things get put up first for you guys, and so we'll see if they negate this. Let's grab... So we need enough green sources, which we do kind of already have with the Fable Passage. And we also want enough black sources that we can actually use Turgid's Lantern. So... Get the swamp out there. Pass turn. Down to 19. All right, up to 6 mana on the next turn, so pretty close to the NYXBLOOM Ancient already. I like it. Elspeth's Nightmare kills the Florahedron. We're going to throw out the Elspeth's Nightmare now just because it's going to get discarded anyway, so might as well. Throw out the Forest. They get a peek at our hand now. Them having the knowledge that something big is coming is really annoying. Hopefully we get to discard something good here. We haven't seen any green mana yet. So not totally sure of it being Grixis. Grixis Yorion. That could also be there just for Valky, so it still could be the ultimatum deck. Here's Valky, still's an NYXBLOOM Ancient. Rude. All right, Duress is actually kind of nice. Wouldn't mind a Turgid. All right, Ashiok I think definitely goes away. Heartless Act eliminate. Heartless Act can kill NYXBLOOM Ancient. All right, so Fabled Passage, crack it. Grab a Forest. Yeah, let's go into rest and get rid of the Heartless Act. They can Extinction Event and still kill the NYXBLOOM Ancient, but hopefully we can get back other stuff. So let's just not make it easy for them. Okay, down to 18. Didn't find the 4th land, it looks like. Or 5th land. That's good. Good stuff. So we know that if we play NYXBLOOM Ancient out, it just immediately dies. We can force them to cast something to make it die. But I don't think that's necessarily our best game plan. Would I'd rather just try to get out the Turgid's Lantern first. I could also then have extra mana to just use with NYXBLOOM Ancient. Like for one or two more lands would be much better because then we get 6 mana available to us with Ancient. Shark Typhoon. All right, has a little bit more damage. Get to draw another card. Get up to 5 mana potentially. Unfortunately, these both don't die to the Extinction Event killing this dude. So we need to find our own Extinction Event. Would be good as well. Another NYXBLOOM Ancient. Well, we have all of those. So sure. Oh man, I'd love to find, you know, the other piece of our combo. That'd be great stuff. Yeah, so I think they just immediately fire off the Extinction Event. I'm hoping that these other 3 cards aren't anything to deal with it right away. And we can still get one back with Valky, so and we also just have lots of mana for this. All right, I guess we play out the Ancient first and then Duress. Sure. We technically get extra mana. Maybe I should have seen what else they had beforehand. Make it a little bit better decision. Epiphany, another Extinction Event. Gosh dang it. What an amazing hand. There are ways away from Epiphany still, kind of. I think we have to get rid of the Extinction Event. And we're just hoping for that Turgid's Lantern off the top. Please. Please, please, please. Okay. Alright, we can kind of start racing. Cultivate. Come on. Deck. We don't need more lands right now. Getting them out of the deck, I guess, is worthwhile. Now our Fabled Passages are all dead because we've ran into all of our basics. Yay. Doesn't really matter. Can we race here? They kill us in 2 turns. Us stopping him gives us an extra couple turns. I guess no attacks past the turn. Luckily, they've been stuck on, yeah, no lands for a while. That's been awesome. Scries and keeps one on top. That's probably, it's got to be a land. I don't think there's anything else they'd be keeping. Down to 6. Come on, deck. Come on. Soul Shatter. So we get a NYXBLOOM Ancient back. Let's go ahead and attack in. I can do that at instant speed. Got a 14 past the turn. I don't want 2 NYXBLOOM Ancients out on the battlefield necessarily. It might be better. So they have Epiphany they can cast right now for sure. Alright, so Soul Shatter now. Get rid of the Valky. We take 2. They all runs Epiphany. Then they have 4 points of damage on board. And yeah, okay, we're dead. Gosh dang it. I should have thought through that. They kept something on top. We knew it was a land. I didn't even think about Auron's Epiphany. I guess technically now we have a shot. Got rid of 1 ancient. Okay. Dude, we drew every single land. Alright, that's cool. Good game. Come on, that was brutal. All right, up against a Frogween Ho, and we'll keep this. This hand looks pretty sweet. We have the Lotus Cobras into Cultivate. I'm probably gonna play out the Floor Agent first, so we get our 2 colors right away. Looking better, looking real good. Okay, he goes for Field Passage right away. So, Sultai something. Field Ruin actually might be nice to get rid of some stuff at some point, but let's just go for Lotus Cobra. If they kill our other Lotus Cobra, then we Cultivate instead. Actually, so the best draw here would be if our Lotus Cobra stay alive, we can Lotus Cobra here. Ooh. All right, so that's it. Lotus Cobra and Cultivate. Do we have enough mana for anything else? I don't think so. Everything else will come in tapped, but still, good stuff. Cultivate. Don't have negate. Okay, perfect. Black and green. Get out the swamp. And we just swing in. Sweet. All right, nice. Next turn, do we have enough for the Demon of Loathing? We do have enough for the Demon of Loathing next turn. That's pretty good stuff too. The best would be a NYXBLOOM Ancient and then Turgid. That would be good stuff. Now we might go for Binding of the Gods, though. See how much mana do we end up having for playing something else out? I mean, if they are gonna just play out other creatures, they're gonna have to bounce mutate stuff as well, maybe. All right, let's go ahead and play out Triome. Green and black. Binding. I kind of wanted the Field of Ruin actually there. That was kind of a misplay. All right, swing in. I realized that I could have played out something else as well, but we don't necessarily need to play anything else out right now. Down to 14. Our Lotus Cobras are gonna take the victory. We got it. Dude, Binding of the Gods with Lotus Cobras is so good as well, because it's after the draw. Is it after the draw step? So do you get it before? I'm trying to remember. Shadow's Verdict doesn't work quite as well now. So this is during main phase. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say because that's so good. Okay, add some black manas. Play out the forest. And some more black manas. I don't actually have a good removal spell for the Sterix. But Demon of Loathing is pretty good stuff. And we get Death Touch on the next turn. I'm guessing they're going to have mostly creatures, so Elspeth's Nightmare is not going to help a lot. Is it worthwhile to fill the ruin right now? I don't think so. Because they'll probably just go grab a black source anyway, right? So I guess what we're looking for is maybe a Extinction event. That might lose our Demon of Loathing as well. Depends on how good this gets. Do they have the bounce dudes? Which one is sacrifice a creature? I'm fine with that. I mean, it's not great, but that's better than bounce, I think, right now. Octopus. Elspeth's Nightmare kills the Dasher, and then we can kill this, so that's nice. Okay. So, yeah, pass to my turn. Ooh, you don't say. Alright, so green manas. NYXBLOOM Ancient. Elspeth's Nightmare. Sea Dasher Octopus dead. Swinging with the Loathing. Kill the Auspicious Dregs. That's nice. Sweet. Good stuff. Man, they must have had a really interesting mutate hand. Yeah, that works out for us very, very well. All right, Turgid's Lantern off the top. We want to win with that, not with the Demon of Loathing. Gem Razor. All right, now let's skip. All right, cool. Cool. That does kill our NYXBLOOM Ancient, potentially, but good games. Up against 0K001. Some kind of ramp into binding potentially. Duress as well. This is a very interesting hand. We have Shadow's Verdict and binding, which is nice. I want to lead off with the Temple of Malady. I know it's pronounced Malady. I know, I get it. But Temple of Malady just sounds so much more fun. You know what I like? I like fun. Duress is seeming decent right now too, but you know, in this matchup, Duress probably is going to be better. Let's go for yeah, let's do it. Duress. Okay, Beholding Multiverse goes away. Origin tapped. In hindsight, it definitely was going to die. So that's something good to know. Get out Black Source, pass the turn. Field of Ruin doesn't look like it's going to have too many good targets in this matchup. It's looking like it's just Izzet so far. Kind of like an Izzet burn deck, maybe? So, gaining some life wouldn't be the worst. Bone Crusher. Good. All right, start the ramping. Frantic Inventory. Storming Entity, I think, is the worst thing going to happen here. Okay, that's fine. Down to 17. We have a good answer for that right away. Triumph. Castle Octwain. Elspeth's Nightmare. Good stuff. Now we have NYXBLOOM Ancient for the next turn, and then I guess we hope that we can find something good, you know. Castle Octwain can at least draw some cards. Okay, maybe we go for that first, because that's just a better removal spell in general. Alright, take a peek at that hand. Fire Emancipation. There are ways away from that actually doing anything. 6 mana. So definitely a burn deck. Yeah, let's take a Rolling Eruption out, because they could go double Rolling Eruption, Shock to kill Demon of Loathing or an NYXBLOOM Ancient. 7 mana. NYXBLOOM Ancient means that we can cast 2 things on the next turn. I play like Demon Loathing and Castle Lockthwain. Yeah, let's go for that. That's what we came to do. I do think in this matchup, like, typically you would play Demon Loathing here instead. Thank you. Just because it does close out the game a lot quicker than NYXBLOOM Ancient. But we came for fun. And this is a lot more fun. Stop, and then the eruption. All right, they got it all. Rude. I guess they did have shock in that anyway, but cool. I don't know what I was thinking. It was 5 toughness. I was thinking NYXBLOOM Ancient as being 7 toughness as well for some reason. I'm a doofus. Is that a creature that we get to kill? Nice. So they are 1 land away from Fire Emancipation. Kill the Bone Crusher Giant. We'll play out Lotus Cobra so that Castle Lockthwain doesn't hurt as much. And we'll do it now. We don't have a lot of 2-drops, but hitting a land would be kind of nice too. So yeah, okay. Dorat. All right, opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Yeah, with the trample, we're pretty good there. So good stuff. Definitely made some mistakes, but good stuff. Up against Thanatos, we have removal. We don't have the 4th land that we need for all of the removal, but we should be able to find it, right? 26 lands in the deck. Should be able to find it. Extinction Event looks decent. Elspeth's Nightmare should be able to kill something. Down to 19. All right, not playing anything else out right away is actually good for us. Not hitting a land, very bad for us. Soul Shatter, though, at least it's another 3-mana removal spell. Usher the Fallen. Grab a Forest. Down to 18. There's our land. Nice. All right, so yeah, Elsa's Nightmare, just get rid of Usher the Fallen. They can protect it if they want to. That's fine. Cool. Cool. All right, Soul Shatter or Binding the Gods, Extinction Event. Yeah, now I feel like we're in really good shape. Apparition hits the Nightmare. We don't get to peek at the hand. Rude. We Extinction Event. Both are odd, right? Yep. Extinction Event. Odd. Get a 3/3. Ramping would have been nice there, but I think it's still nice. Like now I'm feeling real good about where we're at. We can block Faceless Havens. That does not hit tokens. Yeah, oh man, I hate when I forget about that. Drats. Shame Scoop? Come on, where's the Shame Scoop? Glass Casket. That's the one that deals with it. Good job, you found it out. All right, can I just go for Trigger's Land? We need to get some ramp going. So let's go ahead and play Binding of the Gods. The Faceless Havens are what's going to be annoying. Glass Casket doesn't do anything for us. We just really want ramp. Getting out of NYXBLOOM Ancient would be awesome. No more casting. Doesn't go for the protection. Intriguing choice there, sir. Technically, our Soul Shatters would get past it, though. Let's just go Biennial Gods again. Cultivate. We now have how much mana? Almost 7. We have another Binding we're going to play right now. So I guess we don't technically need it right now. So let's just go Binding. Kill the Lurrus. Faceless Haven. Yep. I kind of want to get out Turgid as a way to deal with stuff too. We'll see. Alright, so we get the Lantern, or sorry, the Ancient right away. They shouldn't have removal for Ancient, right? I can get out Lantern and Soul Shatter. It's better to get out the Ancient, though, if I can. So we're going to play out the Ancient. This is definitely a little bit of greed here. Mono White. So, oh, they could have Giant Killer. Brings out the Faceless Haven. Can give it Pump. Hit for 5. We'll take the 4. No blocks. It's a lot. Season Howlblade. Okay. Okay, on black mana. Lantern. Untap. Lantern. And we can only block one thing. And we have to, so we have to use Soul Shatter to kill something. One of these guys will become 4 powered. Maybe I actually need to draw with this. Okay, Soul Shatter. Wait, why did you add green mana here? Come on, we needed more black mana. Dang it. Keep Slummark Aspirant, which is a thing that keeps him killing us. We have another black source. Dang it. I should have done that earlier, although it still was dead, so it doesn't matter. All right, so they have lethal. They untap with Faceless Haven. They have 2 things that hit, and so yeah, good game. Yeah, got us. Gosh dang it, we finally got the combo to go off. So that was good, but we are definitely dead. I guess I should have waited to make them do it, but they had us. Oh man, we had such good removal. Stinking Faceless Havens, and I got rid of a Field of Ruin because I didn't see a Faceless Haven out yet, and then they played it the next turn. That's so dumb. Up against Hammer. And we have 3 lands, or we have kind of ramp. Let's keep this. So we can actually duress twice. Playing out tap lands as we're going. Then Soul Shatter is pretty nice for removal. So let's go ahead and just get the duress going. Alright, shock. Oh, this deck. Creature Planeswalker is not going to happen that often, so just get rid of the shock. Pass turn. Hellhound. Yep. Guess Field Passage. Let's go ahead and duress again. I'm fine getting rid of anything while we can. I was kind of hoping there would be an Embercleave. Torbrand's a coming. Getting rid of any modal lands can also be pretty nice for us at times. But so far, only 2 lands. Still tanking a bunch and a half. We actually need another... I should have played out the Florahedron first. I was going to say in case we get Cultivate, but we don't really have the ability for that anyway. Having the Lotus Cobra off the top would be nice, but that also just dies. Because we took away the removal. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. That was a Cultivate off the top. Okie dokie then. Get out the Triome. Land for binding into Shadow's Verdict. So yeah, land would be great. No land for the Hellhound. Stealing all of our good stuff. Good for you, sir. Alright, we're going to take a big hit, but we have to get to the Shadow's Verdict here. They don't have the mana for Torbrand, at least. Double Forest. So if they have land for Hellhound, we're in lots of trouble. Ugh. How bad does it get? All right, yeah, play all your 1-drops. They didn't want to hold up mana for the Cultivate. The Lotus Cobra though would be good for them. Down to 5. Play out your 1-drop. Alright, Shadow's Verdict does give us a shot here. I wouldn't mind exiling this instead of just killing it, but Shadow's Verdict, we have to do it. Fable Passage. Florahedron can be a blocker for us, so we hold on to that. We have Binding and Florahedron on the next turn. If we hit land, we can Soul Shatter. Torbrand's got to go. Now we can hold up Soul Shatter, which may not actually be better. I don't know. Once we have 3 green mana, we don't really need much more, because then we have the NYXBLOOM Mansion online. We do want more black mana for the Lantern to work. Okay, do I want a blocker or just hold on to the Soul Shatter? This guy's annoying. Pass the turn. They could have like Goldspan Dragon or something like that. Not this turn, but there could be things that are worse. They have mana to pump up with Castle Embereth now and do 2 points of damage. Okay, pass to my turn. Okay, Triome. In this matchup, I think we go for the Turgid. Don't have mana for the Shatter, so Florahedron. All right. We shall see. Turgid keeps us alive through an Embercleave. What are the other best draws? Torbrand would be really bad. We don't die to Torbrand, but it would be really bad. Cool. Cool. Ooh. Alright, Soul Shatter. Let's steal that Torbrand. I'll take that. Take action. Soul Shatter off the top. Sure. Okay, swing in, down to 16. Is this Embercleave? So Castle Embereth, they can pump here and kill the Torbrand. Any damage that doesn't go at face, though, I'm totally okay with. It's her face. Okay, well, damage went to face. All right, let's go ahead and Soul Shatter now. We take 1 before they can untap and give it the Castle Embereth pump. Helps us out just a little bit. We go to 2 though. Swinging aggressively. Down to 8. So if they don't kill us this turn, so they have to have like a stomp or a shock, which we've already seen that they do have a shock in the deck as well. Can't see them having too many of them though. Oh my gosh. They got it. Was there any way around that then? No? We played it the best that we could. They just drew the perfect hand. Man, that's frustrating. All right, so in the wrap up for this deck, we definitely had some bad games in there that I'm not actually showing with this one because it didn't do so hot. I had a bunch of matches where people just drew like the perfect thing in the late game. Like we get to the late game, and all of a sudden people just have like the absolute best answers. And I think I'm going to show a couple of those, but at some point it's like, okay, it's not fun anymore to watch 10 games of that kind of stuff. And that's basically what happened here. The deck does have the ability to win games for sure. It kind of depends on how good our ratio between ramp and removal is. And it depends on which deck we're up against, what that ratio needs to be, you know? And so you always hope that you can get up to Binding the Old Gods to have the perfect ratio of destroy something and ramp. That's kind of the best way to go. I do think that maybe taking out like 2 Soul Shatters, maybe going for like Heartless Axe here, or maybe like 1 less duress for something for removal in the early game. There are just sometimes you need more removal. Other times you just have to hit the Extinction Event, so maybe 4 copies of that as well is better. But overall, NYXBLOOM Ancient with Tergrid is awesome. Demon Loathing seemed really powerful. Anytime that we actually got it out there, it actually was winning us the game. And so Demon of Loathing is actually just the busted card, maybe. It's hard to do. I feel like there's so many good removal spells for it, though, that it seems like it's bad. Where NYXBLOOM Ancient can do things the turn that it comes out, but you have to have like 9 lands out for that to actually happen. And so we had the chance for making that happen with Lotus Cobras as well to make it a little bit quicker at times too. So I don't know. Overall, this deck was fun. It was hard to get Tergrid and NYXBLOOM Ancient for this. You know, our 2 main cards we wanted. It's hard to get them together on the same board for some reason. Just because like anytime we would have the other one, we couldn't find the other one. That's just frustrating. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. And bye-bye.